All right, how you guys doing? It's been a minute. I haven't made a video since this engine was on the engine stand all apart. But that's all right. It's in the car now. It's only been a week or so, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, it's in the car, and I'm getting ready to do something. I've actually done it, and I want to show you what it entails. I'm getting ready to pre-lube this engine. It's something that I've done really for years. I think maybe in my high school days, I didn't realize that. I started working on these cars in the 11th grade. So, I think the first couple engines, I didn't pre-lube them. I just, wet the bearings with my fingers and, kind of went through, did it like that. And it was fine, but, I mean, it's always better not to do that. It's better to pre-lube everything before it starts. It eliminates any worry about oil pressure, getting to everything. If it gets to the top of the engine with a drill, you're good. I mean, it's just, you don't even have to worry about it. If the gauge doesn't work, don't worry. You already know it works because you just saw it with your own eyes. And that's what we're going to do. Let me show you what I mean here. Very easy to do. Make sure all your oil plugs are in place, and you got your oil filter on. Here's the new sending unit, but it's not even got a wire hooked to it yet. And there's nowhere else for oil to go except where it's supposed to go. And as you can see, all these rockers are full of oil. That's what you want to see. That's a beautiful thing when you see that. That's what you want to see. And I did it with a drill and this tool that I got from Summit. It just goes down to the oil pump and spins it. And that's all, got your 5 quarts in there. And all the rockers got oil. That's a beautiful thing. That means your oiling system is good to go. And you have the green light to go ahead and start this engine when it's ready. But here's it all I'm doing is just spinning that thing like that. And you can just watch the oil roll off of the rockers. Yeah. It's just exactly what it does. Yeah. My battery's getting weak now. I've done it a few times, but that's what you want to see. You want to see it on all of them. Yes, sir. That's the deal right there. That is the deal. All the rocker arms are tight. Push rods are, the lifters are, they're not bottoming out anymore. It also, it loads your lifters too. They're full of oil pressure now. So all that stuff is good to go. And it's just something you want to do before you start it. It's just the best thing you can do is to wet that engine inside. And I like to turn it over. I like to turn the engine over. And, I'll turn it over with a wrench and then I'll hit it again with the drill and just make sure everything's oiled up all the way around. 360 degrees around the can, around the crank, everything. Everything's full of oil. And so that's perfect. Then you go ahead and finish it and start it up and hook your oil pressure gauge up, and whether it works or not, you're good, but it probably will work. But then you don't have to worry about it. It just eliminates worry, and you can see that everything's good. So it's actually something the military does. I've been in the Coast Guard years ago, and I was on an icebreaker, and it was mandatory to pre-lube those big diesels every time before they start. Not just a new engine, but every time. They had a whole plumbing system for those things that they call it pre-lube the engine, and then they hit the start button. And it's just they turn off once the thing starts, you close off those valves, and then the engine takes over with its own oil pump and it lubes itself. But they don't start those big diesels on aircraft carriers and big battleships, and even most merchant marine vessels, the same practice. They pre-lube those engines before every start. I've done it 1,000 times on the ship I was on back then. So that's the deal. Pre-lube your engine before you start it. Watch the oil run off all your rockers, and you're good. You have nothing to worry about. All right. If you don't mind subscribing, I'll keep some more videos coming your way as I keep making progress on these things. All right. Thank you. All right.